Hey everybody, my name is Torbjorn, and I am known as the TheGGViking, and this, well, this is me. Well, it used to be me. Now, now this is me. So, how did I get this way, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you. It's from a dude named MhagiArt. Uh, at least I think it is. Look, I tried to do a Google Translate on the name, and it told me the name was Mhagi, so that's what I'm gonna be going with. If that doesn't suit you, then I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. Okay, so just bear with me here. Anyway, so MhagiArt. That is the person that made my model into upgrading it what I wanted to be. As you can see by my previous model, it was only a half body. A simple job, nothing special. I figured I'm just starting out, no sense in going all the way. But a year has passed, I've gotten a little older, I've gotten a little wiser, and I figured it was time for a fresh start. So what happened was, my buddy Felix was looking around for models, and he came across MhagiArt. And when I saw how awesome his model was, I knew I wanted one too. So I went ahead and contacted him. Now I'm assuming it's a man, but to be totally fair, I don't know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it's a man. Okay, let's just look. I'll whatever. We'll just get into it. Okay. Anyway, so how did this all come about? Well, I'll tell you. Like I said, this was my current model for the time. Simple, no hands, no legs, just waist up. It got the job done, right? But I wanted to upgrade. So I contacted him, gave him my specifications. Now, if you're looking to make a VTuber model, I recommend doing this if this is your first time. And don't you dare laugh at my drawings, okay? I understand I draw like a 4-year-old, but here's what I did. So to help the artist understand exactly what you're going for, you're going to want to do something like this. Essentially, what I did was I found various pictures and details, and I made it very clear what I was looking for. Whatever makes it easier for the artist and rigger to work with, the less time you're going to have to go back and forth on details. So I did something like this. Stuff for the body, stuff for the legs, stuff for the hands. Don't judge my friggin' drawings. And then there's this. Now, as you can see, I showed him my previous models, and I gave a little insight into what I was looking for. So they said, sure, I got that, no problem. Then I gave them my powers. We'll get into that later. So they sent me this. Not bad, huh? But as you can see, it's not quite the same. So, naturally, you just message the rigger and the artist and say, here's what I want changed. So, that's what I did. I went ahead, took the exact same picture they gave me, wrote down the notes, and sent it right back to them. That way they have a visual reference instead of not knowing what you're talking about. I waited a little bit longer. Boom. I got that. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention. I have a fairy friend. Meet Rineg. Oh, yeah. We'll get into her later. So, for now, we're going to have her go away. Look, I'm not good at this, so just bear with me here. But we're going to have her come back later. Now, as you can see, a lot has changed, but it's not quite the same as what it is now. Again, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tell them exactly what you want changed and what you're looking for in your model. So, again, same exact thing. I took the picture that they gave me, I made the changes, sent it back to them. Boom. Now we're getting closer, huh? All right. So, what do we got next on the menu? Well, I'll tell you. My powers. Now, bear with me here. I have to zoom in a little bit to do this. I'm kind of going in blind, so bear with me here. Bear with me. All right. As you can see, I have a pretty handsome face. I mean, look at this mug. You can't get mad at this, can you? Nah, not a chance. But, as you can see, my power is a little bit different than what it should be. It should look like this. But, again, they covered the nose a little bit. I felt that was a little too much, especially in comparison to the others. So, I had them send it back with this exact drawing. Cut out the nose, and I drew the lines where I wanted the powers to end. And then I got this. And then it turned into this. Don't worry, we'll get into that in a bit. But for now, let me show you something else. The ice power. Now this one, right here, this one came out a lot different. As you can see, it has more of a snow kind of look to it. That wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for more of a permafrost kind of look. So I told them, and this is what they came out with. Not bad, not bad, but it still wasn't showing the frost effect enough. So I sent it back to them again. Boom. But this time I included a design in what I was looking for. And like I said, that helps out the rigger a lot because it gives them a visual representation of what you're looking for. So, bam. Got exactly how I wanted it. Nice, huh? So, let's take a look at the next one. Now this is a video I had them make of all the different toggles that they were going to provide for me. And as you can see, everything's working out pretty good. But you notice that right there? That is my lightning power. And I went ahead in the video too far. Go ahead, judge me. Now, let's go ahead and go on forward a little bit. Right about... Or did I go too far? I went too far. Right about there. See that? See those eyes in my lightning power? Right here? Notice how they're different? I didn't suggest that. I told the rigger that something felt off about the eyes. They weren't quite as detailed as the other powers. Sure, it's got the lightning effect in it, but I wanted something a little more. So, they went ahead and added that lightning ball effect to the irises themselves. They suggested it. And that's something I really appreciate when it comes to riggers and artists. Because it means that they show initiative in your model. And that's exactly what Mhagi did. And when it came to my pet, Rineg, the fairy, look, I'll be honest, I've never used a pet before. So I didn't know how to make her move around or do any of that stuff. So, Mhagi went ahead and showed me how. So now, I have my little fairy companion here. Hello, Rineg. And I can make her do this. Boop. Have a little seat. Nice, huh? She's a cutie, ain't she? Probably my favorite part of the whole model, to be honest. All right, you can take off for now. So, not only did the rigger suggest something to me that was better than the original design for the powers, they also helped me understand how a part of my model works. I've never had a pet before, so they went ahead and did me a solid, and I appreciate that. So, as you can see, they went ahead and sent me another video showing all the toggles to make sure everything was working as it should. But there were still a few things wrong. Like the crying animation had to be sped up a little bit, and the bubble effect was added to the irises, and the ice effect was added to the eyes. Everything so far was looking good, but there was a few problems later down the line. We'll see if I can spot them. Now, did you notice that? Did something catch your eye? It should have. And I'll show you. So, what happened was, after I had fully paid for the model, I realized something was wrong. My character was left-handed. That's right, he was holding his trident in his left hand and his shield in the right. So I messaged the rigger and I said, hey, is there something we can do about this? And they said, yep, absolutely. Mind you, this is after I paid them already. Like, come on. What kind of rigger does something like that? Normally, once they're paid, the deal is done, huh? So, they went ahead. Pardon me here. Just, there we go. Oh, don't bother me none. It shouldn't bother you either. So anyway, let's see, which one's where? Yep, see? They added this one for free. So don't worry, I'll talk about that one. That one's a good story. Yep. They went ahead and switched them up for me. Cool, huh? So, they went ahead and showed everything over again. Like I said, they're very considerate of their work, as I should say. I mean, look at this. They didn't have to do this over and over and over again, but they wanted to make sure that everything was perfect as you want, as it's intended. They added the snowy fog breath to my ice power because I felt it was still a little bland considering the other two powers had animations and mine didn't, and the ice one didn't. Pardon me. I kept saying that the scale skirt I have was not quite the right color. As you saw earlier, it was kind of a bluish color, and I wanted more of a mix of green. But the rigger put too much green. So I just said a little bit more blue, a little bit more green, a little bit more blue. And they said, no problem. So they edit, sent, edit, sent, edit, sent. They were very quick in their response time. Like, I'm talking not even a minute when I caught them when they were awake, at least, because they were like on a completely different side of the planet, which is awesome because it didn't matter like when I messaged them, even though I could message them at like 4 in the morning and they would still get back to me, which is a damn good work ethic, but I question your sleep schedule. Anyway, so this is the model that they have on their portfolio to prove that they did the changes after I paid. Once I paid, they put this on their portfolio. So it's all done. And I want to zoom in on something here. You notice my fairy's feet? That was another thing that I changed. I figured, okay, well, it's kind of weird that she has hands and fingers, but she's got kind of like these little weird socked feet. I was like, oh, okay, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. So we're gonna Rineg. There we go. So look, gave her little toes. Isn't that nice? That's the point. The rigger actually cared about what you were looking for at the time. And they look, bear with me here, okay? Just bear with me. So yeah. Anyway, pretty much yeah, I look, I'm going to be honest. I'm actually going to break character here for a second. This person's awesome. Like, just flat out awesome. They took the time to actually look at my creation. They had the patience to put up with every tiny little detail that I wanted. If it was something as small as, hey, this is off by a little bit, or this is not correct, they would get it fixed, no matter how small it was, no matter how tiny. Not one time did they feel like they got frustrated. They were extremely positive and receptive to my feedback. I even apologized several times for being a big pain in the ass because I felt I was being too much of a perfectionist. And they said, "No, you have nothing to be sorry for. You don't have to apologize because we want to make sure that your model is exactly how you want it to be in your head. That's exactly how we want it to look." And you can't ask for a more considerate person than that. I mean, hell, it's not just mine. They built my buddy Felix, too. Look at that. That's awesome. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, Torbjorn, how do I get in contact with this person? Bam. And don't mind all of the tabs at the top. You just ignore those. So, if you're looking for a model yourself, here's where you go. Right there. VGen MhagiArt. Mhagi. Look, I'm trying, okay? So anyway, here's the cool part. See this? Look at that. 5-star reviews for over 50 of them. It's 5 stars. You can't get a more perfect score than that. So let's go ahead and read through these. Look at this. After dabbling with the idea of a VTuber and a lot of searching, I found Mhagi Studio and I cannot believe how affordable and skilled they are. I absolutely recommend using them in the future, and I will be coming back for future work. Which, trust me, I did also. I have 3 artwork commissions in the waiting list as we speak. And then I gave my review. Awesome person to work with, and make sure everything I asked was perfect down to the smallest detail. Was communicative and receptive to any suggestions or ideas, and even offered some of their own, which fit better than what was originally planned. Very positive attitude, and is more than happy to make sure everything is exactly as it should be. Couldn't have asked for a better artist and a rigger for my model. Can't recommend them enough. If you need a model done and done perfectly, then look no further. And it just keeps going. Look at this. It just keeps going. 5 stars. Now you're probably wondering, hey, there's a 98 and there's 1 4-star. Well, I looked into it. Let's go down and find that 4-star. Let's just take a look at what they got here. Boom. See that? Nothing. The person said nothing. Now, do you want to trust a person like that? No, come on. As far as I'm concerned, it's a perfect score. So, let's go over some things. Now, I got the Live 2D Art plus Rig high quality model. $1,000. You know, for the time it takes and the work and how much they put into it, I have like, I don't know, over probably 15 some toggles, maybe 20. I haven't exactly counted. But yeah, there's a lot. So, for what it's worth, that's a decent price. I think Felix got that one. Yeah, Felix got that one too. But hey, out of your price range, don't worry, there's plenty more. You can get the medium quality for $700, simple quality for $350. The prices are freaking awesome. Or you can go for one of these bad boys, just a rigging list. Easy, right? And then you got the budget option. Basically, you tell them what you want, you tell them your budget, and they'll make a model based on your specifications within that price range. And then you can adjust it as needed. So that way you don't have to just send them whatever and they work with it. What they do is they measure the work based on the price, and they try to make what you send them work the way they figure it would work, right? Get a reference sheet, character designs, easy peasy. I mean, look at this. You can even get a PNG tuber for $100. Just $100. That's it. I mean, come on. That's Trump change in this kind of business, right? And look, they even got more. Eyes Arts banner. Anime fan art and illustrations. Fan art and illustrations half body Nia. The full body, $70. I got 3 of these bad boys coming in the waiting list. Okay, I'm waiting for these suckers, and I don't care how long they take. As far as I'm concerned, quality over quickness. And that's exactly what you're going to get here. My model took about 2 months to make. Not even. Well, yeah, I'd say it went over 2 weeks, or 2 months, I should say. But that was because they had a priority order come in, so they had to get that one done while also putting mine off to the side, which is, you know, fine. People have lives too, you know. It's not like they can be here every minute of the day, you know. So you got to keep that in mind. Anyway, got a drawing you want them just to rig up? Well, boom, $50 and they'll animate it for you. Or you can go for one of these full body illustrations. Just keep going. And if none of this floats your boat, just contact the person. They're open to DMs, no problem. And here's a good part. You have to make sure you're a good boy. Because, here's my conversation with them, no problem. See? They even leave reviews about you as a customer in case other people want to contact you. He didn't really say too much about me, but I know if other people see this, they'll know I'm a good guy. So make sure to treat your rigger right, okay? But yeah, that's basically it. Oh yeah, I got some of that stuff in there, so that later. Private message, can't see that. But anyway, like I said, this person, they know what they're doing, okay? They know what they're doing. And if you want a model, and a model done right, trust me, you go to MhagiArt, you won't be disappointed. They're very friendly. They consider everything you have to say. They listen to feedback no matter how perfectionist you want to be. They'll make sure that you get it exactly how you want it done. That's why I made this video. Apart from the payment, I wanted to give them a personal thank you because without them, I wouldn't be here like this. And neither would Rineg. Right? So, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, MhagiArt. You kick ass. And I hope that plenty of other people will work for you. Oh God. I messed up. Actually, I have a bit of a confession to make. I've been doing all this on purpose so I could show off the triggers. Nice, isn't it? And you can have it too. So, for me to you, Mhagi, if that's how you pronounce your name, thank you. Thank you very much for this, what you've given me. From all of us. And for anyone watching this, you'll be in good hands. Of that, I can guarantee you. Okay? See you later, folks.